What's up, world? This is Ryan over at Beeves Real. I'm going to do a quick video about cryptocurrency. And one of the most famous cryptocurrencies is Bitcoin. I'm sure you've heard all about it in the news in the past few months, as it recently hit as high as $20,000 per Bitcoin. Right? So it's getting all this hype. People are talking about it. And some people are calling it fraud. Some people are calling it pump and dump. You know, the whole cryptocurrency is acting kind of like the dot-com bubble, and with all these ICOs and companies popping up with the coins. Currently, there are, I think, 1,400 different cryptocurrencies out there that you can buy, right? So what is a cryptocurrency? What is Bitcoin? What's behind it? And all that good stuff I'm going to be going over today in this short episode on Beeves Real. So first of all, what is blockchain and what does it mean? Blockchain is the network and the software behind Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is ran on the blockchain network. Now blockchain is a decentralized distribution of transactions. It's a decentralized ledger basically. So right now we run on a centralized system. So the banks run on it, the government runs on it. You pool all this information into one central area. So as you can see here, all these different nodes are different transactions around the world, or different activities that people perform. You pay your friend $10. It goes to the central location. Then they get it confirmed. Then that person gets $10. You get $10 taken out of your account. But it's all kind of based around a central location. Now, a decentralized network is not centralized. It's decentralized, basically, by the name. And that means that there are multiple parties that hold these ledgers in this transaction. So if I pay my friend $10, two to three, depends on the verification, have to verify that as an accurate transaction. So it verifies that I have $10 in my account, verifies that my friend is wanting $10 and verifying that I want to pay them $10, and it verifies all that with different parties. Using different people verify that information. Now, a distributed ledger is that when I pay that person $10, it is recorded in a ledger, but not just in one ledger. It is recorded all around this network, right? So Bill has it, Joe has it, Peter has it. All these different people have that transaction, and that transaction cannot be confirmed until I think it's 6 for Bitcoin. 6 people have to verify that that transaction is real and the transaction happens. And once that transaction happens and it's confirmed, it cannot be taken back. So if I pay Bill $10, I can't go back and say, I want my $10 back. I can't go in and hack this centralized system. So one of the downfalls of the centralized system is someone can break into this central node and hack into the system and basically wire money to different locations because they have access to the whole thing. With a distributed ledger, decentralized, you cannot break into one place. You have to break into all of them, right? So if everyone has that record on their ledger, they can't break you can't just break into one and change the chain. Blockchain, it confirms transactions. It's very decentralized and very secure because every party has the ledger, and if you change the ledger on transaction on one ledger, it will not correspond to an event happening. So that's very interesting. It's a different way of navigating, using, and distributing information. So it's groundbreaking, and there's a bunch of details that go into it with hashes. To verify a transaction, you have to do this complicated code algorithm. I'm sure you've heard about mining, and mining is basically someone going in and saying mining is verifying transactions. So they have to run this complicated code. I think it's 256-bit code. It's a random code you have to unlock before that can be verified. And there's private keys, public keys involved. It's a very complicated algorithm that runs the blockchain. So it can be anonymous or cannot be anonymous. It can be a private chain or it can be a public chain. A private chain means that you have to be inside the inner network to verify transactions and be part of the ledger. Public is anyone can tap into it. So blockchain or Bitcoin, is run on the public ledger. So I can mine Bitcoin. And basically when you're mining Bitcoin, you're verifying transactions and you get rewarded Bitcoin for each transaction. So there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin ever available in the world. And portions of Bitcoin are released from the pool that is going to be distributed, right? So you get rewarded Bitcoin when you verify transactions. So currently there is 16,000 Bitcoin circulating. Now there's 16 million, there's only ever going to be 21 million, so that means that there's still, about a fifth left to be distributed, which the distribution works in an interesting way. After so many blocks have been confirmed, the reward gets halved. So as more people mine, more blocks are confirmed, that's how you get, rewards, and that reward gets halved every time. Every block it hits a certain level, a certain block. It's just interesting how it works. So that's how kind of a blockchain works. Now there's a bunch of ICOs or initial coin offerings where a company can say, I'm going to take my assets and my company onto the blockchain. And currently a lot of them are using the Ethereum network. Ethereum uses a second layer of confirmation. So it confirms the transaction with the value, and it also confirms the contract. So there's a written contract that Bill is going to pay me $10. And there's also a value to that contract. So Ethereum verifies the value, and it also verifies the contract. And this is a very crucial part in dealing with business, right? Because you want to be able to verify the money, and you also want to have a paper trail of it. And Ethereum does that. So a lot of these ICOs are forking, basically using Ethereum's code to run their blockchain. Now, I'm sure you've probably heard, I don't know if you've heard of this, but CryptoKitties use Ethereum blockchain network to make a online marketplace for digital CryptoKitties, basically. So you buy and sell these digital kitties with Ethereum, and it's just a marketplace for digital goods. And one of the downfalls is that there's not that many miners out there with enough mining power, and there's not enough bandwidth in the Ethereum network currently with their version to handle this kind of traffic. So when CryptoKitties spiked, it was a fad, right? So it took over the world, the cryptocurrency world, not the physical world, and basically clogged up the Ethereum network. So a bunch of ICOs were trying to get people to buy their tokens using Ethereum, and it was clogging up the network. We saw delays of 12 hours sometimes just to buy or transfer Ethereum around. So that's one of the downfalls of Ethereum. And that's why I like Litecoin. It's just, there's a bunch of cool ones, right? So there's a bunch of different interesting coins that do different things. IOTA is one that it's made their own blockchain, but it's not a blockchain. It's maybe for a different video. It's like a it's Internet of Things kind of. So basically, it's just a completely different ledger system, completely decentralized, and computers talk to one another. So it doesn't. Yeah, it's just, I can go into it later if you guys like, but yeah. So it's pretty much what Bitcoin blockchain is. Just want to talk about Seek VR. It's a super interesting ICO. Basically, this is an example of what companies can do using the blockchain network and having their own blockchain verification process. So Seek is a new company that they're getting ready to launch on the blockchain, and they have a token called Seek, and basically the principle of the company is a VR. It's a VR application company that you can go sit and watch and participate in live or pre-recorded concerts and events. So you can sit there and feel like you're at the Grammys, or you can feel like you're at a concert without even actually being there. It's a super interesting concept, and I think they're going to go very far. See, they're built on the Seek. They're using the Seek is built on the ERC20 token, which is basically Ethereum, and they'll be used in multiple purposes, and just a very interesting concept, and it's kind of transitioning into the VR AR world using digital currency. And you pay for going to these events using the Seek token, and you can do different really cool things with the Seek token. You can buy, you can buy artist gear, all these different things. It's an interesting company. It's just one of the examples of all these different companies that are getting built on the blockchain. And yep, so that's about it about cryptocurrency. If you want to check in later, and comment down below if you want to see more cryptocurrency videos. Shout out to Dogecoin. It's You're the Dog. It's a very funny story behind Doge. It was created by some college guys that just wanted to make a cryptocurrency, and they said, why not? And basically, it's used for it's a Reddit. It's very popular in Reddit, and you can donate to people for having good posts, and it's just like a fun little token that you can get into if you're looking to get into cryptocurrency. So there's some people that are interested in day trading, trying to make money on buying coin down here and then hoping it goes up there like Doge did. But I think the true power is the blockchain. The blockchain and the fundamental truths behind all these cryptocurrencies. I think that's going to change the world. Yep. So I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.